Hello and welcome to Lit with Parag. I am Parag Yadav. This video is about structuring the IB English Paper 2. There are two methods to structure the IB English Paper 2. The first method is called theme after theme. And the second one is called text after text. Let's look at the first method. In front of you is the entire structure for paper 2 according to theme after theme. At the top, you see the introduction, and at the bottom, you see the conclusion. What lies in between are three rectangular blocks. Each block represents three themes, as you see, written adjacent to the blocks theme 1, theme 2, and theme 3. In this method, we write one theme at a time. So when you write about theme 1, you should write relevant examples from text 1 for that theme, followed by relevant examples from text 2 of that particular theme. Also, when you write examples from text 2, you should bring in the links that compare and contrast with examples from text 1. This paper is comparative in nature. Therefore, these links of comparison become very crucial. As we proceed into the paper, you see that theme 2 has a similar structure. Text 1 in green, followed by text 2 with links in yellow, and then same again for theme 3. Finally comes the conclusion. Let's look at an example. At the top right of your screen, you see the sample question. Looking closely at how weakness and strengths are represented in two works you have studied, discuss the significance of the relationship between the two. I've structured the answer for this question using the theme after theme method. In front of you are three rectangles. Each rectangle represents a new theme. Theme 1 is strength during adversity. Theme 2 is weakness in the face of an external power, while theme 3 is interplay of strength and weakness. In this particular rectangle are instances from both the texts relevant to the first theme. ADH stands for A Doll's House, which is a play by Henrik Ibsen, and RTTS stands for Riders to the Sea, a play by James Inge. So, for the first theme, Nora Helma raises a large sum of money during Torvald's, her husband's, illness. And for Riders to the Sea, Moira's sons decide to go to the sea. So, all these characters show a certain strength, a courage of character in the face of adversity. So, there is a similarity, and that satisfies the comparative links. For theme 2, weakness in the face of an external power, Christine Lind and Krogstad feel helpless when faced with societal pressures. Both these characters are faced with immense societal tensions, while in Riders to the Sea, the women from the Aran Islands are helpless in front of the power of the sea. So again, we have similarities where there is an external power in front of which the characters feel utterly helpless. And while Christine adopts socially acceptable methods to deal with those pressures, Krogstad, on the other hand, adopts methods that are not fully acceptable. And for theme 3, interplay of strength and weakness. For A Doll's House, Nora shows both strength and weakness throughout the play. She has her moments of strength, while she also has some moments of weakness throughout the play. While for Riders to the Sea, Moira shows both weakness and strength when she fails to bless her parting son. Moira was fully aware of what happens to men who go to the sea. So when she fails to bless her son while he's going to go to the sea, that is a moment of weakness for her. On the contrary, Moira also has some moments of immense strength in the play. So this is an example of how to structure the paper to answer using theme after theme. Let's look at the second method, which is text after text. Here again, you would see the introduction at the top and the conclusion at the bottom. So this structuring method applies to the main body paragraphs. In this method, we deal with one text at a time. In the earlier method, we dealt with one theme at a time, but in this one, it would be a text at a time. So text 1 here is shown in green, while text 2 is shown in yellow. Similar to the earlier text, you would write about a particular theme, but choose examples only from a text, Move on to theme 2, examples from the same text, and then theme 3 and examples from the same text. Only when all the three themes are done with, then you move on to the second block of the answer, where you would write about the same themes, but this time the text choice would be different. Here again, you would bring in the comparative links to discuss the comparison, that is similarities or contrast with the first text. The sample question chosen for this structure is the same as in the first method. The points are also the same. Introduction at the top, conclusion at the bottom. While you see adjacent to the green here, a doll's house has been treated first and then riders to the sea. The themes in the left side columns are the same for both the text. Theme 1, strength during adversity. Nora Helmer raises a large sum during Torvald's illness. Theme 2, weakness in the face of an external power. Christine and Krogstad feel helpless when faced with suicidal pressures. Theme 3, interplay of strength and weakness. Nora shows both strength and weakness throughout the play. So here we are done with all the three themes and relevant examples from the first text. Then we move on to the same set of themes, but examples taken are from the second text. Theme 1, strength during adversity. Moira's sons decide to go to the sea, with comparative links to the example in the first theme for text 1. Then theme 2, weakness in the face of an external power. The women from the Aran Islands are helpless in front of the power of the sea. Then be compared to the example from the first text. Then comes theme 3, interplay of strength and weakness. The example is Moira shows both weakness and strength when she fails to bless her son, followed by a comparison with Nora, that is example for theme 3 in the first text. So this is followed by a conclusion. So you see that both structuring methods are effective in their own way. They all have some advantages and disadvantages. In the first method, some students may find it easy to compare and contrast on the spot when text 1 and text 2 are dealt with. On the other hand, some students like to think about a particular text at a time. So for such students, dealing with all the three themes for only one text at a time could be more easy, could be more comfortable. There is no right or wrong method. There is no better or worse method. Just remember one thing: once you choose a method in the exam, adhere to it till the end of the paper. Otherwise, it gets confusing to you and confusing for the examiner, which may reflect in the criterion for organization. So don't forget to like and share this video with your teachers. Also subscribe to the channel for more on IBDP and A-levels English literature. Follow Lit with Parag on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.